What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Kiera, and I recently lost 50 pounds going gluten, dairy, egg, and cane sugar free. And today I'm going to be showing you what it is I eat in a day. But keep in mind, this is the comfort edition. Now, cereal has always been a comfort food for me, but obviously most cereals in the stores are full of sugar and gluten and preservatives. So this is how I make my own rendition of the Pops cereal. So I use vegan butter, date sugar, blue agave, some vanilla, and a little sprinkle of salt. I put that in a small pot and I kind of let that get really warm. Listen, when you smell this, it just smells like you are making some caramel corn in your house, okay? It smells so good. You put your cereal inside of the pot. I got this puffed corn from Sprouts. I did show this to you guys in one of my videos previously, but this is how I make this cereal. And this is so good even without the milk. Like, you can just snack on this dry because again, it reminds you of caramel corn. Now, as far as other gluten-free cereals, these are the other two brands that I do like. But personally, I prefer when I make my own because I just like my own, okay? Not trying to toot my own horn, but child, I just like my own stuff. The only cereal that I tried that was gluten-free that I did not like was the Catalina Crunch because it left an aftertaste for me. Now, on to lunch. This right here, there was nothing left, okay? Family just ate it all up, okay? So, this is some turkey kielbasa. I am going to be putting avocado oil in a skillet, and this is frozen tri-colored bell peppers. You can cut them up fresh if you'd like, but sometimes, child, I'm not in the mood. That's why it's a comfort day, okay? Period. I season those up with some slap your mama, some garlic powder, some salt. I let those get nice and soft, and then I add in the turkey kielbasa, and I like for it to get a little bit darkened on each side. And this is a head of cabbage. Cut that up really small. Add it all to the skillet once you get your turkey kielbasa to where you want it, and you just cook this until the texture that you want. This is what your finished product will look like. I did season it some more once I added the cabbage to the skillet. I should have chilled out because baby, it was a little too spicy for me. Okay, I like a little spice but not too much. But child, this is always so good. My family wanted biscuits with theirs, so I made them biscuits. Obviously I didn't have the biscuits, child. Did I want to? Yeah, but I left it alone. For a nice little snacky snack, I had some banana bread. If you want the recipe to that, I did already drop this video, but I made it a little bit different this time. I left out the walnuts and then I added cinnamon to the batter. Now this was like a cinnamon banana bread and it was so good, okay? I just had some ripple milk with that because I feel like I always need a little cold cup of milk while I'm having me something bready and cakey, okay? Period. And then for dinner, I had tacos. Now this is always going to be how I prepare ground meat. I'm always going to use bell peppers in some type of oil to saute them before I add my meat to the skillet. This is some ground turkey breast. It is very lean, so much so I had to add water to this while I was cooking it. But as you can see, I'm seasoning it really well first, making sure that I get that meat as minced as I can, because when you buy meat that's in the package like that, sometimes it's really hard to get it really minced. So I tried to do that as best I could because I don't like no chunky meat, okay? I don't. For the seasoning, I'm going to be using McCormick taco seasoning. There are many other seasonings you could use, but if you're going for gluten-free and sugar-free, this is a really good brand because it does not have those items in there, or you could just make your own homemade taco seasoning if you want. I like to add salsa to the meat while it's cooking. You don't have to do this, but this is just how I make my meat, okay? I've been asked plenty of times what's my favorite gluten-free meal, and it's always going to be tacos for me because I used to eat this even before I found out I was gluten intolerant, so it's still up there, okay? Now, this is how I've always made my shells. Where I'm from, we all make our shells like this. I don't buy no store-bought shells, no Dorito shells, nothing like that. These are just yellow corn shells that are fried in a skillet with a little oil, and I like mine medium hard, okay? When I was a little girl, I really liked them soft, but as I get older, I'm like, no, I need a little crunch, okay? So basically, you make sure the oil is really hot. You cook them on one side for a little bit. You flip them. Make sure that other side cooks for a little bit because you don't want them to rip and tear while you're in the middle of cooking them. So then you fold them to make the taco shape and you allow them to cook a little bit more in that position. Okay, the longer you leave them in there, obviously, the harder the shell would be. And my family wanted this as well, so I am also cooking shells for them. People also ask me, how do I maintain the menu in my house when there's multiple people with different diets? Listen, this is one of the meals that you can make for your whole family, whether they are gluten intolerant or not, because the ingredients to make your tacos is usually gluten-free, with the exception of that taco seasoning, because like I said, if you look at the ingredients on taco packets, sometimes there is gluten within those seasoning packets, so you do have to pay attention to that. But outside of that, tacos are generally gluten-free. Now, this is a new sour cream that I'm trying, a vegan sour cream from Violife. I have talked about their cheese before, which I do like. They're my favorite brand of vegan cheese, because sometimes these brands, they don't quite get it right. Now, I tasted it and I first thought, wow, this kind of reminds me of like a cream cheese a little bit. And I'm okay with that, because when I added it to my tacos and it married with all those other flavors, child, I was satisfied. And it did remind me of sour cream that I used to eat when I was still eating dairy. Now, we'll be honest, I have had other brands of vegan sour cream and I did not like them. They didn't quite get it right. So, no shade to them. It just didn't do it for me. And baby, because I'm from the Midwest, you know I got to add that Redhot. The thing about having taco meat as well is that it is a really good meal prep option. Okay, this is me at work at my desk. These are some blue corn tortilla chips. I buy these from Trader Joe's. You don't have to buy this kind, but whatever tortilla chips, they're usually gluten free. You just bring that meat to work, child. You pop it in the microwave, you put your chips out, you bring your vegan cheese, you bring your lettuce, you bring your salsa. And then, of course, I brought that vegan sour cream because, again, I actually did like it. And you got a whole nice meal right at your desk. Okay, so don't sleep on bringing a taco meat in for work for your meal prep. Okay, it works. All right. I was nice and full. I didn't even need a snack after this, and that says a lot for me. Okay, make sure that you guys stay tuned, because my next video will be a full grocery haul. So make sure that you also turn on your notification bell so that you know when I drop another video. Bye.